All right, you guys, it's a fucking new year. It is a new year. This is my first time kicking it with you this year. Let's agree on something. We gonna make changes this year. Let's agree on that. Because, I ain't getting no younger. And I don't find it difficult to do what I'm doing. It's just work. And I ain't I just ain't really into work. But I do want to say Happy New Year to you all. Now, you've been blessed to see a new year. What are you going to do with it? I hope you had fun this weekend, because you should have been out partying and celebrating. But when you talk a lot of shit, as I do, the object is to say some shit the people listening didn't know. Now, I got a gang of people that I deal with. Do you think they all call me Rosebud? Think about it. I've been out the game for shit for years. And I was married for 12 of them goddamn years. So what I'm saying is that should show motherfuckers don't know shit about me. Why? Because during that time, I had a lot of relationships with a lot of people that called me John. I had a relationship the entire time with a lot of people who called me Soul Man. I'm not saying you should have a lot of identities. I'm just saying things don't have to stay the same. Now, before I was a pimp, I was a carpenter. And I used to build shit, homes mostly. But when I decided to quit being a carpenter and become a motherfucking pimp, do that mean I forget all my carpentry? I forget all my skills with tools? No, I don't mean that. No. I stopped building houses and started using my building skills to build stables for hoes. Now, if I want to, roast any of these goddamn gurus or any person, I just mentioned something true about them that people didn't just know. I then would let you know about, let's say, his making deals with women, the women that he deal with. Now, if the nigga needs to figure a deal to make with a broad instead of being straight lace, that can only mean that motherfucker is afraid of women. So I would bring that out. And then I would tell him or show him how I motherfucking know that. See, most niggas like that, they they measure themselves against the other uh, dudes they imagine that the woman deals with, and they never measure up. They never measure up. they compare themselves with the dudes, imaginary dudes that fuck with the bitch. And the bad part about it is they never measure up. And what I'm saying is, most of them motherfuckers, they go all out for women who haven't done shit for them. They haven't done shit for this motherfucker. Now, I ain't even got into what I'm gonna talk about today. But what I'm saying, this is a brand new year. You don't want to do this shit we talking about right now. You want to be on the right side of the shit we talking about. Because if you're not, you just a buster. Being a buster is one of the worst sins against this abadabba you can commit. Did you get that? I said it's one of the worst sins. Why do you think motherfuckers quote the Bible and Plato and a lot of other shit that don't have anything to do with what they're talking about right now? But they want what they're talking about to seem important. So they quote Socrates or some other scholar. That does not make what they're saying scholarly. What it does is show somebody sharp how little they know. Because have you ever heard me or Shantae quote any motherfucker? Unless he was a pimp nigga or something like that? No, because you don't need to quote motherfuckers when you know what you're talking about. Because motherfuckers start quoting you. When you know what you're talking about, motherfuckers start quoting you. That's the only reason they quoted Socrates and whoever. Motherfuckers knew what they was talking about. What I'm saying, if you're going to say some shit about me, that's news. Say some shit that no one knows about me. Now, I respect. What's going on, caller?
What's going on, bud? I got a question for you.
What's up?
So yeah, I remember you talking about feminine wiles, like when a woman goes stroking her hair or doing this.
Yeah.
Can you give me an example of a masculine wild?
Can I give you an example of one? Yeah, man. The way you look at a bitch, as far as when you pierce your eyes, or the way you lick your lips, or adjust your shirt collar. All of these are if used correctly, are things that bring attention to you. Wows, as far as that go, that's all they are. Feminine wows are things that bring attention to that woman, as far as in the sexual context. Masculine wows are the exact same thing, but except you don't do the same things. They result in the same thing. Otherwise, attraction. But you just got to know how to do them. You be talking to a broad, but you ain't really looking at her. And then you purposely lick your lips. And you ain't even looking at her, but she's looking at you. And you purposely lick your lips. Or you do something to the corners of your mouth, or you adjust your mustache, or you stroke your beard, or any of that.
Right.
We good?
Got you. I got one more question for you.
All right.
I know how kids used to say, "Yeah, man, you mash on the bitch," meaning, you know, once she listening to you, you just keep on talking and keep on talking. But my question is, a lot of people, once you're talking to them, they don't conceal everything, they don't retain everything that you're saying.
Stop,
So what's the
stop.
real?
What I'm saying, you got to understand what mashing means. You did say a little about what it means, but you can't mash unless you have the motherfucker's attention.
Gotcha.
So what I'm saying is, you say something and you see it sparked her, reaction. Mashing is you stay on that particular topic until she like give in, if that's the case, or if she say something to let you know you can go a little further, and then when she do say that, you stay in the same vein that you was on, but you do talk about another subject. That's mashing.
Okay, that answered my third question. Thank you.
All right, man. Brother Paul, Happy New Year.
Happy New Year, bud. Nice to talk to you again.
You know it. Be cool. I hope you guys getting that there is no question you could ask me that I don't fucking know the answer to. It ain't gonna take me no 2 hours to think of it, because I already thought of it before you asked it. Not that I think ahead of you like that. It's just that I think of so much bullshit that goes on in life. I imagine the shit going on with me. And a lot of the shit you asking me, I done already imagined going on with me. So as you say it, I just choose what I think about it. So when you through talking, I already got what I want to say. That's just the way I roll. So what I'm saying is, I respect game. And even when I have words with a motherfucker, if the motherfucker hit me, instant message, text me or whatever, and let me know you want to talk about something, me and you can talk. And what I'm saying is, I had that happen a couple of times with this particular motherfucker. He fucking let me know he didn't like some shit I had to say. And he wanted me to call. He said, if you want to kick it, you can call the nigga. So I fucking called that nigga. And we spoke for like 45 minutes. And initially, we was bumping heads over some guru shit. And during the conversation, I'm checking him out, what he's saying and blah, 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 what he letting me say, ain't letting me say blah, blah, blah. I'm doing the same. I'm sure he was. And, during the motherfucking call, I realized this nigga, had nuts like I did. So he must have realized the same thing, because we both being men, we recognize no matter what, we gonna have our own opinion. We just gonna have our own opinion. And opinions don't stop shit when they differ. And man, the nigga got cool. Like real men do. A lot of times, that's how you meet a nigga in the streets. One of you serving the other one the news, instead of arguing and shit, since you pimps, the abba dabba and both of you takes over. See, the shit never stops with me. And if you want to make any change this year, you got to stop letting the shit stop in you. It don't stop with me. In anything, I don't care. Call in right now. Think of some crazy ass shit and ask me. I already know the answer. I'm not letting that motherfucker get the best of me. Even the popo, no motherfucker come knocking. I ain't about to fail the test. Something You got to understand. Stop letting the only time you are 100% confident be when you feel like you got to shit or got to go take a piss. You got to be confident in whatever the fuck you think. Even if it's some harrowing shit going on, you got to represent the confidence. Believe it or not, something like, oh damn, I need to piss. That's the only time you motherfuckers are confident. So, cause you go piss. You don't even know when you should eat. You might be hungry, but because some motherfucker told you for your health, you should only eat at this time, this type of food. Well, is this motherfucker living for you? Because I'm telling you, I mean, I ain't bragging, but I'm healthy as fuck. I don't eat right. You know, I don't sleep regular hours. I don't fucking goddamn eat when breakfast time. There is no time. Your life is about what you want to do. If I feel like eating at 4 o'clock in the motherfucking morning, even if I'm asleep, and I get up to take a piss, and after I'm done, I get to thinking, damn, I'm hungry. I'll deny that shit at first because I'm lazy and want to go back to sleep. But what I'm saying is if I'm really hungry, I'm going to cook me something to eat. I ain't waiting for breakfast. And if I want some pork chops or some goddamn steak at that time, I'm making some. Just like at 9 o'clock at night, if I was hungry. And I wanted some bacon and eggs, I would make it. Biscuits, all that shit. There is no time for a motherfucker like me. So, what I'm really trying to get you to understand is who knows what works better in your life than you. Me? Shit. That's an honor, bro, but I surely don't know you better than you know your goddamn self. And if I do, don't that mean you need to work on yourself? I mean, everything is self-answered. If you can ask the question, you already got the answer. You're just scared to discover it. What is confidence? Call in and tell me, what is confidence? I'm just gonna stay confident that I can pay whatever they ask, whoever asking it, if that's the cost. Period. I don't even care. I know y'all gonna help a brother out by buying as much of my shit as you can. So I ain't gonna get in no trouble I can't handle. Cause I don't be doing shit that I ain't, ready for. I stay in my lane. I ain't in no trouble. I ain't gonna be in no trouble yet. But I can see some shit coming if I ain't ready. So you gotta remember, get at me, buy some tools. I ain't selling the course like I used to, but I am selling them fucking tools. Get at me. Now, I want to take this time to give you an opportunity to take a simple test. And I'll tell you if you passed or failed after you answer these simple questions. Now, starting right now, you have 5 seconds to answer each question. 1, you're riding down the street and you see a woman at the bus stop, what would you do? Two, you're about to be interviewed for a job that you want. You don't really think you're fully qualified, but you believe you're a quick learner or a quick study and you can do the job. You believe it. What do you think about while you wait for your interview? Three, your girlfriend asks you, because you're on your way home from work, you're on your way home from somewhere, and she asks you, would you stop and get her some Kotexes? What would you say? See, I know you failed without even getting your answer, but just a minute. And the only way you'll help yourself with this test is by being honest. Now, the reason I know what I know is because if you thought about any one of those questions before you answered it, you're not as confident as you think. And your confidence could use some reinforcement in that area because those questions, even though they're very different, they're all the fucking same. They should all be no-brainers as far as the answers. The first answer does not matter, just as the last answer does not matter. That's why I know you're not confident. How? Because each one of you wanted to get the correct answer. In each of those scenarios, you should do whatever the fuck you want to do. No brainer. There is no right or wrong. It's only what you think or what you want. That's confidence. I'm in a shit talking mood today, so somebody call me so I can talk some shit. I'm a motherfucker and I know it. There's a few women who can stand it, so I'll show it. Of course, there are many women who won't like me. So fucking what? I don't like them either. When I tell you motherfuckers about a scenario I was in, the whole entire scenario is a lesson. Just like any of my videos, they explain the importance of being like that. Not like me, but quick-witted. Just in case you took the short bus to school, you want to be like me, just like you want to be like Mike, just like you want to be like Kobe, just like you want to be like LeBron. You want to be like us because we're all on the winner's side of life. And you know damn well you want to win. You got to stop trying to make the foolishness you think correct. Now, you can think it if you want to, but you got to know you think it's some bullshit. I'll tell you what, from now on, the shit you think is right. So much so until it makes you the shit. Now, Go on out there with the shit you think and snag you one of those fresh, fine ass women that's out there waiting for you, kind sir. The early bird catches the worm. You ever hear that saying? Do you accept what that saying means? Somebody call in here and talk to me. Oh, you need the number, huh? Oh, you know what? No wonder y'all ain't calling. I ain't even got my banner going. But the number is 702-605-4721. 702-605-4721. Hit me so we can talk about some of this goddamn game I'm spitting. The early bird catches the worm. Yeah, do you know what that means? Sayings are quite important as long as you understand it's a secret language. It's a secret language that conveys thoughts to people who's on the same level. The early bird catches the worm means the same thing as nothing comes to a sleeper but a dream. Both these sayings are to promote getting off your goddamn ass and doing something instead of complaining about shit or hoping shit is going to change. The next time you hear a saying like, you can't see the forest for the trees, it's telling you how to get past something. Now, what is that? What does you ain't worth the salt that goes in your bread? What does that mean? See, we need to know everything that will allow you to catch a woman. And most of it is how you perceive or how you interpret what the fuck she says or do. I have a few tools focusing on understanding women. And you need to get them motherfuckers. Ain't no woman gonna cross her legs in front of me without me assigning a meaning to it. And the cold part about me is I'll tell baby what crossing her legs mean to me. Now, to me, crossing her legs means she would appreciate a compliment on her grooming. Now, whether or not crossing her legs means anything is not the point. The point is to know shit about women and to take advantage of anything that's going to help you catch. And assigning meanings to her moves gives me a secret language she's speaking to me. So when she crosses her legs in front of me, I'll tell her what I thought she was doing. And all she's going to do is cream. I would say, girl, moving your legs like that made me notice how well you take care of yourself. I'm not going to, give her a compliment. Most squares wouldn't talk about her legs. I'm going to be playing my motherfucking hand. And that's to make sure I don't play into hers. I direct and I drive the whole conversation. And I teach that to my students. What I'm kicking right now is the finer points of having real game. That's why you got to be taught this fucking shit. Or else you'll never know it. And you'll continue looking at the bitch legs because she crossed them. I don't give a fuck about that bitch legs. My point. That's why I notice everything. And I assign meanings to every move she makes. And don't think I don't do that with niggas. They just don't mean the same thing. What I'm saying is there's a something she's conveying to me in every. What's up, caller?
What's going on, bud?
Nothing, man. What's happening? Happy New Year.
We could say that, although the New Year don't start until spring, but okay. What I wanted to call is we were speaking about sayings, and I just wanted to salute you on one of your sayings that actually, or the saying is a bird in the hand is better than two in the bush. But I like your approach. I remember you saying one is too close to none. You know what I'm saying? So I like how you elevate the sayings and you take it to another level. So I just wanted to give you flowers on that.
Hey, check that out. But this is what's important. You could think that same saying in a lot of different situations, a lot of totally different situations. If you can interpret the saying correctly and put it in your own words, you'll know what it means, and what it means if you're a fireman don't mean what it means if you're a goddamn school bus driver. It's two different things, you know, and that's the way we need to understand life. That's what game is. Seeing shit way different than it is happening. That way you can deal with it. It don't threaten you, and you already know what to do about it, bro. That's how we roll.
And one more thing I want to say, there are some pretty. I'm not super religious, but there are some powerful sayings in the Bible, and I think they're called Proverbs. Is that the same thing?
Well, I mean, I don't ever like to compare shit with religion, but as far as what Proverbs are, they are, if that's the case, sayings. But they're religious sayings, and they have deep religious meanings.
Right.
Sayings in life, if you understand the saying, you could generalize it, and it could mean whatever the fuck you want it to mean as far as you're using it correctly. But you're talking about something the saying is not really referring to. But in religion, it all refers to, you know, how you gonna be serving God as far as being a good religious person. So it's a certain way to do that, and it's a certain way you take those sayings. But in general, in life, you take sayings how you want to, as long as you understand what the saying is. Cause you know, one is too close to none can be said as and is better than nan. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I'm saying one is too close to none. You talking to some motherfuckers in Beverly Hills, and is better than nan. You talking to some niggas on the streets.
Right.
But you saying the same thing. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah. That makes sense.
All right, brother.
Yeah.
It's a new year, but don't think the shit caught me slipping. Cause I'm down and dirty. I don't give a fuck what you got to ask me about. Come on. Come the fuck on, and I ain't challenging you. I'm just letting you know you fucking with the real deal here. You ain't fucking with no nigga that need to go look at some kind of goddamn proverb or quote Plato and all that kind of goddamn shit. So my thing is that as I speak the language that I'm getting from her moves, she is mesmerized by the things I say to her about what she's doing. Now, what I'm saying is, what am I doing when I'm doing that? My intentions is to make her start thinking about what I think. And ultimately, she'll start unconsciously predicting what she thinks let's say she's blinking her eyes, and I'm about to say something about her blinking her eyes, and I already told her what her crossing her legs mean, and what her taking that certain kind of breath mean. I done already told her all that shit. Now she thinks she trying to guess what I'm gonna say her eye blinking her eyes mean to me. And brothers, that when it's a wrap. Because what I'm saying is I play on all that. All that shit is going on while you sitting down talking to this broad. And you ain't noticing none of it. That's why you run out of conversation. You make conversation by the situation you in. You'll never run out of words. And you always have 5 or 6 things to say about any one thing. Period. That's just how it works. I'm a plethora of information for you motherfuckers. How are you like and not like this statement? Now, here's the statement. If you are a zebra, but you want to be a horse, even though you look physically a lot like a horse, you just dress differently. So you could dress like a horse. Someone can train you to prance like a horse. You could trot like a horse. And everything like a horse. But no matter what, there's going to come a time when the zebra in you come out. And then what? Now, you are like this statement because like the zebra, you're being taught to do something that you're not used to doing. Gaining and using confidence is not natural anymore. So with me, you're being taught. But unlike the zebra, what you're being taught can become you. If you learn what confidence is and how to get it, and once you do, you fucking use it, you'll never lose it. And it will become you. No matter what you teach that goddamn zebra, it will always be a zebra. And his nature will come out. I'm going to call it like I see it. You know, I was watching a rerun of Chris Rock. And he told a joke about who tells the biggest lies, men or women. I wrote a few posts about the shit. You know, how a woman is such a liar, even before she speaks. So I guess, was basically agreeing that women are the biggest liars. But I asked my woman that question, and she had hella shit to say to defend women. None of which really answered the question, but I'm saying when I go out, you know, I done done my daily activities, you know, hygiene, dress, you know, and I'm ready to hit the streets and see what I can see. Now, can a woman say that? Because when a woman walk out the door, she's done a whole bunch of goddamn shit before she even thought she was up. Everything we say to a woman we meet is based on what we perceive from what we see. What can we perceive if everything we see is false or a lie? She didn't change her hair. She didn't color her eyes. She didn't shape her eyebrows. She adjusts her height. She got plenty makeup on. Depending on her shape, she got a girdle or whatever on to make it look like it ain't. She didn't push her titties up. And any other feature that I could see when I meet her has been adjusted. Yet, as Chris Rock said, and they all want us to be honest. All I want is an honest man. While I fool his ass. See, this is why there are there are so many fucking one night stands going on today. Of course, truthfulness is a necessity in a relationship. But when I meet you and fuck the shit out of you, I would like to at least think I fucked who I met. I don't want to see you the next morning or a few months late into the relationship turn out to be a fucking woman with no morals or scruples, which is why you want me to believe I was falling for the woman I met. See, I want to wake up with who I went to bed with. Think about it. Bitches wake up with who they go to bed with. Period. What you gonna change? You ain't got no fucking clothes on. I'm just saying. I want the woman I'm fucking with to be the same 6 months from now as she was to me when I seen her. Now, I mean, over some years, shit could haven't changed, woo-woo. But what I'm saying is the way I think, I can take pride in what I do. Now, how many of us are proud of what we did this year? Not this year, last year. I mean, over the whole year. Any of you proud of what you did? Well, how many of you are proud of what you did 6 months ago? I mean, somebody could call in and tell me, but how many of you are proud of what you did last month? What about last week? What about yesterday? I'm one of the few dudes who could answer, I am, to all of those questions. Why? Because I know it's not one day. It's not a one-day thing. I know it's an everyday, 24/7, 365 thing. Period. To have your shit together. It is not just on the weekends. Being on top of it goes on throughout the year. And I do not need January to come for me to make myself strive for perfection. That call I was talking to, the only thing I didn't like, that when I said Happy New Year's, he said, well, it's not really New Year, that comes in the spring, or whatever the fuck he said. That's some belief that he make himself say and think, but he don't believe that goddamn shit. Because if you ask him what is December 31st, he might not say New Year's Day, but he sure gonna say the last day of the year. So if it's the last day of the year, what's the next day? So I'm saying, you can believe what you want to fucking believe. It doesn't matter to me. I hardly ever make resolutions that are, real. Most times I just do it to be included in the activities of family or friends. Caller, what's up?
Oh, is this Rosebud?
Yeah, it is.
What's going on, man? I had a question.
Okay.
How would you deal with having a different personality? On certain days, you feel like you think differently, and your mind could like.
Hey, brother. I would deal with it by making sure I stop thinking that crazy ass fucking shit. I am different. I am Sybil times 5. You know who Sybil is?
No.
Sybil was a movie about this broad that had split personalities, and when they fucking got it, first they thought she was just this other person, but then they started delving into it, and they was talking to this other person, and then this other person brought another person out. This bitch had 60 goddamn people that she was, and I'm that. I got hella personalities. I might feel like this on this day and this on the next day. It don't mean I gotta change. It don't mean I gotta motherfucking change up. Unless I feel suicidal on certain days, that don't mean that I need to change. It mean I need to stop thinking suicidal and I can keep on tripping. Because I'm gonna trip. That's me. You gotta learn who you are and what makes you tick, bro. You scared of you. What about that?
It's like certain times you can have a mindset like where you're like
so fucking what?
Okay.
Hey man, let me ask you something. You ever been to a fair or something like that? Magic Mountain?
Yeah.
All right, when you walk in that motherfucker, you feeling a certain way, right?
Yeah.
When you get up to that goddamn roller coaster you finna get on, do you feel the same goddamn way as when you came in? No, you don't.
Well, more excited.
You don't feel the same way you tripping on that, however you feel about the roller coaster or the ride. Now, that could be scary, that could be excited, that could be whatever it is. But each one of those personalities are you. That's part of you. You're not a one-dimensional person. You're a multifaceted motherfucker that have all kind of mood swings, all kind of shit. And the only way you're gonna have problems with that is when you try to deny it. So you need to accept who you are and just learn how to deal with it. Let me tell you something, bro. If you knew how scary I was, you just wouldn't believe it. I wish I would touch a cow. The most passive animal. That motherfucker ain't gonna do shit to you, but I ain't touching one. A cow is a barracuda, a lion to me. I ain't going fast, and I'm not being in the car with nobody that's driving fast. You know, I mean, I be paranoid. I ain't talking about just for safety reasons. I be really scared. Shit. If I ain't in control, then something could happen. That's just the way I think, man. I'm scary as a motherfucker. But then when something jump off where I gotta be me, I don't give a fuck what it is. I don't care. Yeah. The same shit that I was just scared of, I'm ready to do it. It just depends on what's happening. Because I know I am all these people. I am capable of that shit, bro. That makes sense to you?
Yeah. So you switch it off and on? Or?
I don't switch it off and on. Whatever happens determines which character comes out. I'm not saying I really change characters. I'm just saying I don't have this stoic fucking expression all the time. I'm live. I'm animated. If I'm scared, I'm scared. But that don't mean I ain't gonna do it. Shit.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay. Yeah. Thanks, bud.
Right on, brother. Be cool. Okay, and the thing about us as men, we got to be able to deal with this kind of goddamn shit, man. See, I fucking, no matter what step I'm on, critically thinking, I want to do this. When I say whatever this is, I got to break it down. And then let's say it's 100 steps into completing this. I don't never stop reaching for that 100th step, even if I'm on 99, and the 100 step is just waking up the next morning. Once I wake up, I'm looking for 101 step. And if there is not one, I'm going to motherfucking make up one for me. Call it whatever I want to call it. Because what I'm saying, I'm reaching for it. I'm reaching for it. All you motherfuckers, not all of you, but a lot of you guys don't know what ABPs is. I'm always saying, stay on your ABPs. That mean always be playing. Why? What are you doing if you're always playing? You study reaching. You study trying to get some out of whatever you at or wherever you at. That's just how I roll. Now, if you feel you were blessed with good looks, intelligence, health, class, style, and a confidence like no other, then damn, you must be a pimp. Shit. The good looks come when you realize you got a particular way you can look. Your intelligence allow you to acknowledge you needed to look a certain way. Your health will allow you to chase that rainbow for years on end and never get tired. And your class will expose to all how proud you are to be in your position. And your style will become uniquely you, and people will notice. And all of this combined with you knowing you're a total package make you one confident and desired motherfucking man. The videos I make started in 2008, 9. And I have damn near 400 videos. All my goddamn videos are tied into my course. So those of you who have all of my damn videos can really use the way you think to look at topics on each of the on each of the videos. Let me get some water. Hold on. When I start dropping shit, I get the hiccups. And that last bit was a serious gem. So, those of you who have a lot of those videos can learn some shit just by thinking the way you think, but thinking about what I'm talking about. The reason my video and my confidence course is so dope is the information is delivered with plain English. You can relate to the way I speak because I'm you, and relating to me is easy. I don't tell no goddamn parables about Plato or whatever the fuck you want to call it. I don't do that shit. I don't quote Socrates or the Bible. The icing on the cake for me is how much game I spit at you. That's the icing. Yeah, it's entertaining because I keep it real, and real is fun. Do yourself a solid and treat yourself to some real this year. This shit is real. We all possess the qualities to make someone happy. Why we don't use those qualities regularly is beyond me. This Christmas season should make you promise to yourself to extend a helping hand to someone who is experiencing misfortune. It could be something as simple as handing a homeless person $1, all the way to volunteering at the soup kitchen. Extend the hand to a less fortunate person you meet and see how much joy it will bring you. I do it not all the time, but I do it a lot, not just holidays. I can't fathom why some of you guys are still coming up short with all this knowledge I've been kicking on my string. we speak about a lot of things that are important to making a man who he is or who he wants to become. It really ain't that difficult to grasp because improvement awaits any person who's willing to improve. What I say won't be for most of you. There are only a few that can read or hear what's being said. And those of you that do, I salute the vision you'll see clearly in the future. It takes time to develop your third eye and seeing life through the prism of how you think is your third eye. You better develop it. The cars, the jewelry, and the other material things won't last forever. You know what will? Your rep. That's why you should protect it. And don't get caught up thinking life won't last, because it will. And all misdeeds will follow you, just as all of your straight laced deeds will too. Living it, loving it, most everything I fucking say won't be accepted by everyone. Only a few will see the vision and value of thinking like a goddamn motherfucker that got shit on his mind. To those few that do, I just hope I can have just an iota to do with your success. You see, I'm not jealous of you motherfuckers. I continue to live through you motherfuckers. I want you to be really a motherfucker until you think you've had enough. Everything you do in this life is important. So don't make the mistake of thinking cars and jewels and clothes are what it's about. I got so much of that shit in my closet that I don't wear. Even though I don't wear the shit, I still go out and buy new shit. You know what it really is about? It's about your rep. It's about what people think of you. You live for your fucking twilight days to be enjoyed. Whenever you look back to see what you did, and your reputation is really all you'll have. That's all you're going to care about in the end. I feel for the unfortunate brothers who equate their fucking manhood or their value to the type of woman they have. Your true value is based on how true you stay to your beliefs about your life. A fine ass woman can be a zero when it comes to being in your corner. And a big, fat, ugly bitch can be worth her weight in gold. It's all about what you deem priorities. Don't make the mistake that beauty equals loyalty, because you'll find beauty is a far cry from perfection or loyalty. The beautiful lady is just that, beautiful. The not so beautiful woman not only have studied how to treat a man, but she tries harder. You know, the person in second place always try harder. I had a crew of mostly sevens, but every night they paid like 11s. Real talk. Hey, you know what? I'm gone. Let me see what y'all saying. See how many of you motherfuckers should have goddamn been on this motherfucking. Good morning. Okay. Happy New Year's. Okay. What's going on, caller? Hey, hey, them kind of people still out there, fellas. They scared. I'm not adjusting myself for nobody, Mr. Professional. See, man, Mr. Professional, I think you. I hope you don't sit down when you pee, man, because that was a good statement. It needed some backup. But how you gonna motherfucking back that shit up when you just writing in the goddamn chat? That's just really, really, really fucking fucked up, Mr. Professional. Omar, don't ask me that shit no more. Man, I'm glad you did too, Rudolph Manor. Diz, what's up? The Nacho, that's what's up, boy. What's up, caller?
How's that? How you doing? Happy New Year, brother.
All right, same to you, man. What's up?
Yeah. Hey, man, I just was calling, man. I just like that little deal we just dropped, man. You keep a bunch of sums, but they pay like you left. That's the whole game right there.
Hey, you know it.
Yeah, that's the way to start the year out, man. I needed that. Appreciate it, brother.
All right, man. Be cool.
Be cool.
All right. Where my fucking shit at? Oh man, I think I turned off. Oh my goodness. Where the fuck? Oh, it didn't turn out. All right. I know you guys say that nigga still the same. He act like he just be lost on his computer. Hey, I don't care how I act. I don't act like that in front of no bitches. And I don't act like that when I'm in front of some motherfucker that I want something from. So I know how to act. God damn it. Let me see. Hey, you guys be cool. I'm gone. Come on, motherfucker.